Good morning. Hi, Misty. Hi, Freddie. Hi, Claudia. Hi, Maggie. Thank you. Okay. I was on the phone with my sister, just like running my mouth, and then I was like, "Oh my God, it's 9 o'clock. Gotta go." Good morning, Kate. Hi, Anna. Happy Monday. What a weekend, huh? Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Beth. Hi, Cindy. Hmm. So this weekend on Friday, I went into DC and saw Beats Antique, and they were so phenomenal. Do you guys know who they are? Like, wow, what a great show that was. I've been doing a lot of live music lately, and it's been pretty great. It's been pretty great. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning. Good morning. How was everybody else's weekend? How are you feeling? We had this new moon in Aquarius on Friday, and I think we're well into quite a shift right now, right? Still settling into it. I watched was it 5? I watched 5 of Harry Potter this weekend too. So I still have 6 and 7 and 7 to watch. So, also, wow, it gets really kind of dark, these movies, and, like, very sad. Like, this last one I just watched, I'm like, "This isn't fun at all. People keep dying," you know? Ooh, Michelle feels like she's a wild animal this morning. Interesting. What is that like? Good morning, Yvonne. Oh my god, Claudia, what? We need to catch up too. All right. Um, what did I want to say to you about this energy for this weekend? It it had a lot of moments this weekend of like fuck around and find out energy. Did you guys feel that too? Where like I'm not the one, so like stop doing this to me kind of thing. Like I feel pretty great. Like I feel fine. I feel pretty stable right now and like I'm happy and things are okay. But like people around me, like the muggles around me are like really acting out. And I think whereas previously, I would have been a lot more tolerant and, like, not call people on their bullshit necessarily and just kinda move on. Um, it's not feeling like that this weekend. It's like, "Oof," like, it seems like you need a new boundary. I'm gonna give you one, you know what I mean? That's kinda what it feels like right now. I actually have court today too, so the timing couldn't be better. The muggles do be muggling right now. Ain't the vibe. Ain't the vibe. And do you know what I think is really sad to me right now? I'll tell you, kind of disappointing. So, as you know, because you've been here, we've been talking. I really love Taylor Swift's music. I'm not the person who's like adding things up to 13 all the time and like doing that or whatever, and I'm not really a person who gets into like celebrities necessarily. So, like, but I love a good story. But regardless, I've loved her music for years and years and years and have kind of watched her like dominate and girl power and all the things. And I've been like, this is amazing. I love it. I gotta say, that girl has given me the ick. And I'm a little salty about it because there's a lot of music that she's made that has been very important to me in my life. And the ick is real right now. And here's why. And if you don't feel this way, like, whatever. Like, I feel like we all are allowed to have our own take on this. But I watched her at the Grammys, which was a little ick. Like, but ever since things popped off with Palestine, I've really been watching the people who are saying things and not saying things. And there was this whole argument about like musicians and artists and like whatever shouldn't have to get involved in politics and yada yada yada. And I agreed to that with that to an extent, right? But if you've worked to have the biggest voice and the most power um of like literally anybody right now, right? Like she got big. And for you to say absolutely nothing, like not even one blessed thing, when so many of your fans are asking you to just say one blessed thing, and instead you make a spectacle of yourself, at football games, jetting off place to place, just with your little posse. Like the ick feels real to me. And I watched the Super Bowl a little bit last night, and it just was so off to me, Like, and not to mention that during the Super Bowl, Israel decided to bomb Rafah last night during the Super Bowl, knowing we would be preoccupied with the spectacle of nonsense of football, right? And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to that, but like, uh-oh, right? Because that's the place they were saying everybody could go to that was safe. No Palestinians can get out of there. I think it's something like 27,000 people per square mile in Rafah right now. And they're just being carpet bombed into extinction. While we're fucking watching Taylor and this buffoon singing Viva Las Vegas, like, because they're throwing a football. Like, I can't. Like, the masks are gone, it feels like, but everyone's still playing. Like, they're still playing like have, um, they have the mask on and that we still are playing this game with them. And we're just kind of sitting back and looking like, ooh, like, what's the matter with you? Right? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's kind of how I feel about like so many people right now. Like, do you think you're cute? Because you're just not cute. Like, ooh, you're saying the quiet part out loud and you're looking kind of ugly, trying to tell me that you don't. So I am really disappointed. I'm disappointed in a lot of people right now, lots of people. But it's like you can't have anything anymore because everyone just like kind of sucks, right? Except for you guys and me, obviously. So cheers to us. I did not see really any commercials last night. Um, I mostly just like played darts and um, just fucked around, to be honest with you. But I did see a little bit of the Usher thing, which was really weird. Um, Everything's just very weird. So, there's that. So, but I will say, when I was in DC and I went to see Beats Antique, and I forget the person who opened for them, but he was phenomenal as well. Both of those artists took a moment to call for permanent ceasefire, and I really appreciated that. And I think that, like with anything now, the only thing that anyone here cares about is money. So we do vote with our dollar, right? We like that's the only thing that gets anything done around here because nobody really cares about morals and ethics and like not killing people. So, what are you gonna do? But I think from here on out, I'm gonna be a lot more conscious with the music that I listen to and that the artists that I listen to are aligned with my values too. Because and I hate that honestly, because I think that I wish it didn't have to be that way. But I don't want to put any of my energy towards people who are just being like that, you know what I mean? And there's so many other amazing artists that could get exposure. So, I'm definitely as I find, music that I love, I'll continue, like, sharing it to my stories and everything, and if you do follow me on Spotify, I have a million playlists on Spotify that you can listen to, and I would love to, hear what music you love as well. So, I feel like that's something we can do at least, right? Um, but let's get to these um, these cards when we think about what we're going to do today with our three things. I'm really feeling cat energy this morning because cats are professionals at boundaries. So I'm going to give you three different cats, little cats, not big cats today. Okay. We're going to go with a orange cat, Siamese cat, and a black cat. So orange, Siamese, and black. Sorry, Leo. You're a gray kitty. Yes, you are. Yes, baby. So orange kitty, Siamese, or black. Anna, you always do all three. All right. So also business announcements. If you'd like to send me a donation, you can do that through the link in my Instagram or TikTok profile. And thank you to everybody who does send in those donations. They make a difference. And I will be sending out an email this week, probably today actually, with enrollment for the next round of the Normalized Magic membership. That includes those of you who were in the previous round. You're going to need to sign up again. So I'm deleting everybody's memberships and starting again. It'll be season 5. Season 5. If you do not know what I'm talking about and you'd like to learn about the Normalized Magic workshop and what that means, a lot of the members are always here in Coffee and Magic. But it's basically like Coffee and Magic, but just intimate and more, right? Intimate and more. If you are not joining us for this next round, just remember you could always drop in. You are always welcome to do that. Okay. Once you're fam, you're fam. So even if you can't commit to 12 weeks, you just want to do a drop in, you can of course do that. We want to see you. We already missed you, Janelle. This is going to be a weird week because we don't have workshop. And I won't like it. You won't like it. But you'll get all the information and then you can do with it what you need. I am getting organized right now. All right. So again, we're doing cats this morning. Orange cat, Siamese cat, black cat. Those are your, ooh, okay. Well, I wonder what card that was. Oh, look at that. That one wanted to be part of this. So the first one is orange cat. Let me know when you're ready. Did you see that? You saw it just a pew. This shirt is in my Stitch Fix, and I still have the tags on. I'm trying to decide if I should keep it. Should I keep it? Okay, so this is your orange cat. Again, your choices are orange cat, Siamese cat, and black cat. Okay, so here goes. Orange cat right here. This is the one that flew out. Okay, ready? High Priestess, Spider, Risk. All right. So you remember Friday, what an energy shift Friday was, right? Like we had a vibe going, and it looks like we're keeping in that space, right? So we've got the High Priestess, we've got the Spider, and we've got the Risk card. This is your orange cat. We'll talk about this one first. High Priestess energy is today especially. It has a very like divination type of energy. It's asking you to tap into your intuition and do the magic that feels aligned with you to bring in discernment, right? And like just kind of tap into that high level of this is what's happening. Do you see what I mean? Like it's it's very calm, it's very stable energy, and it's very sovereign and confident, right? It's like, I'm here in this space, and I know that I am the conductor of this magic. And you may have the ability in this moment to kind of tap in and get some insight into what is unfolding in your life right now. You might have more of a glimpse for a moment than you usually do. Now, if you're anything like me, then your guides don't tell you too much in advance because then you would mess it up. So I feel like most of us are in that boat because we are a little bit like little meddlers, right? It's like if you know too much, you're like, oh, let me get in there and tinker around and like, help it. And that usually isn't what we need to be doing. So, but I'm saying like at this moment, you might have the ability to see more than you usually can. So tap into you. What are you feeling? At the same time, we've got spider and risk. And this is an energy coming through that's offering you this wave of inspiration that you can ride now, right? However, it doesn't feel that easy to you because part of it requires that you will have already released something and maybe you didn't do it yet. You know what I mean? Like it feels risky only because there's something that's still pulling you to an older timeline. Okay. And maybe that needs looked at. Like, what is pulling you to a different timeline that makes following your creative dreams feel risky, right? Because risky isn't necessarily bad, right? It just feels, but there's a feeling here that's like, uh-oh, like I shouldn't do this. It's not safe. And I think some of that energy could be because you're still anchored into, part of you's anchored into a different timeline, right? That is pulling at you and making this seem like less safe than it actually is, right? Does that make sense? So that is your orange cat. The next one is Siamese cat, and the last one is black cat. So we're doing cats this morning. Hi, Valerie. All right. Shuffling for Siamese cat. After Siamese will be black. If you missed orange and you feel like that one was for you, you can always watch the replay on my YouTube or on my Instagram once we finish this morning. Tell me when you're ready for Siamese cat. All right. So here's your Siamese cat. We've got the dragon, wealth, and disruption. All right. Let's start with our fave, right? We'll start with our fave. This should actually be your favorite card. Okay. Good, mindful, motivational Monday. Um, this should be your favorite because the disruption card comes in when we just need a little bit of a redirection, right? Or we need to be distracted in order for something to happen that's amazing for us. So if you had a little bit of a bump this weekend that you feel like, ooh, I've been kicked off track. No, you haven't. You can actually um, prove this to yourself if you sit down and think about your life, right? And think about the times when you thought things were going how you wanted and then you got interrupted. And then you look back and you see like that interruption is what put you on path for something that was really, really what you needed, right? Like, what an adventure. That's what's happening now. You might have actually been on a little bit of a side quest to keep you busy, right? So that things could be moved around over here with the all in good time, right? So now here's this disruption again. And it could be energetic, it could just feel like a disruption for your energy, but it also could just be very like obvious, like you thought a deal was coming through and now it's not coming through, or like it pivoted in a way you didn't expect and whatever. Can you trust this? Because the energy around it does not feel like it's going to be a problem at all. You've got the wealth card and you've got the dragon card. These two together are wonderful and we love them because there is steady energy with this wealth card. I want you to challenge yourself to believe in abundance as much as you believe in lack. Okay? If you're going to believe that it is very easy to have very little and never have enough, you're going to also need to believe the opposite of it the same way in order for it to truly root in your existence, right? Because you're the one creating that. You create it from the programs in your mind, right? The programs harness and direct our energy. So if you believe that things are easy for you and they always end up working out for you, they will, okay? And we're at a point now where that kind of delulu is is everything. And you may have already been that person for a while. I know I have, and when it wasn't fashionable. And you know what happens to people who believe stuff like that when it's not fashionable? You really get shit on a lot. You do. You get told that, like for me, you're a spoiled little princess. Everything just always goes your way. And that is not very nice. So now that the energy is shifting, the people who believe that things actually do work out for them are like, yeah, join this club. Like when you believe that things work out for you, it's much easier for them too. Because basically, the other way that we were doing things is saying that I'm not even going to look at the good stuff directly because I don't want to scare the good stuff, but I truly believe in the bad stuff. I believe in the things that are uncomfortable. And you're almost daring the universe to prove you wrong. And that's a strange game. It's very passive aggressive and it doesn't really work, right? Every once in a while something will slip through the cracks and you'll be like, "Oh, that affirms it." But does it? Right? It's going to be your belief system that dictates the power of this right now. So maybe take a look at that, right? And see what you can shift in yourself. And it is a really like fake it till you make it energy at this point. Believe that everything can work out for you because that's kind of what we're in now. You know, we talked about last year a lot this idea of holding two things at once and that we're moving into a space where things are going to start working out for us and the rest of the world is going to like lose their collective shit. We don't have to talk about that anymore. We are living in it now. So notice that as things become more chaotic in the external, how things for you seem to be easier and working out. Do you believe that? Right? So, whatever shift happened, whatever disruption, just like put you in a different path, can you trust that it is leading you to what you need and what you want? That is your Siamese this morning. Claudia says, I'm living in Delulu and it's mostly pretty fun. It is. It is. It's all Delulu anyway. We just all collectively believe in things being hard. That's what she said. All right. Last one. This is going to be your black cat. Reminder, if you want to send in a donation, buy me a cup of coffee, you can do that through the link in my Instagram and my TikTok. If you want to be on my mailing list, just go to my website, sarahmala.com, and scroll down and you will see it. You can hop on there. I'll be sending out an email today with information on how to register for the next round of the Normalized Magic Workshop. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Suzette. All right, Black Cat coming at you. Really shuffling these. Sticky. Let me shuffle more. All right, tell me when you're ready. All right, here we go. This is your black cat. We've got the bee, the stag, and the high priestess. Again. Ooh, how funny is that? All right, so let's do it. High priestess coming in yet again. If you're doing numbers today, we've got number 2, 16, and 17. Okay. But I feel like number 2 is for somebody where you like doing that. Well, high priestess, we've had twice. Okay. Anyway, so you got the high priestess. For this particular high priestess, I would like to call your attention to her crow. In the first high priestess, we weren't really paying attention to the crow, but this one we are. What else are we paying attention to? Um, okay, we're paying attention to the crow. So, okay, this is interesting and really witchy, which is kind of funny and appropriate for black cat energy. So, the crow symbolizes a it feels like ancestor energy, honestly. And that ancestor energy is speaking into the magic. So you see here in this picture, this is the bowl. We're just going to call this the bowl of magic soup, okay? And then you have your ancestor crow over here speaking into the magic soup, okay? Meanwhile, you're here holding this space and creating your little witchy brew into this magic soup, but your ancestors kind of coming in and speaking into it, speaking all kinds of magic into there. We really focus on the trauma that our ancestors have given us, right? But also, there's magic, not just trauma, right? There are lessons, there are tools, there's inspiration, and there is a long line of energy waiting for you to tap into that isn't, again, just the trauma, okay? So these ancestors coming to you in this crow form, speaking into your witchy soup and saying, hey, you're not alone and you have a lot of power at your disposal. Can we do this? Can we tap into this? Can we make this happen? Can we jump into this space a little with more than just like a little fingertip? Can we put both feet in? Like you're getting all that you need right now. So receive it. Put it into your magic, right? You also have the stag, which is that big stag energy walking in like this, like you deserve it, like you belong there, like you can hold court, right? That you are confident in your own energy and your own power, right? No one can shake you because you don't need external validation to exist. It's nice to be appreciated, but the difference is other people's words and thoughts about you don't shape how you think about yourself. Okay. So we got the stag. And then just to kind of wrap this up beautifully is the bee. And the bee is just to let you know how this ends. It ends magically. It ends with you being the luckiest little witch there ever was. Okay. And I think that's really the resounding message this morning. Can you believe in your good luck? Can you believe that things work out for you? Can you believe that when something happens that shifts you out of a thing, that it's for you, right? Do you trust your own intuition? Do you trust the magic around you? Do you trust your ancestors to help guide you and help you with whatever it is you need? You are not alone in this space. You're just not. So let all this energy support you. Okay. Let it lift you. Let it inspire you. If there's something you need to know or do, you're going to know it. Trust that you will. Okay. So that is your coffee and magic. Today's Monday. For this Monday, very good. I like these messages. This feels like we're like snugly in this shift, and I love it for us. And we're just gonna keep riding this magic. And yeah, so I'll be back on Friday, 10 a.m. for more coffee and magic. Again, if you'd like to send me a donation, you can do that through the link in my bio on Instagram or TikTok. And I will be sending out an email today. I keep saying it, but I really am going to do it. And I love you. I hope you have a really, really wonderful Monday and rest of your week. Don't forget you're so magical and listen to your crows. Mwah! Goodbye, my friends.